Alright, so I just finished the, what's it called? The Aizen challenge boss. And I got it, the Aizen Hogyoku. And yeah, that was not that hard for me, honestly, personally. That wasn't that hard. I don't know why a lot of people kind of like make it such a big deal to the point where, oh yeah, you need to teleport this and that, this and that. Like, bro, just switch the unit attack to first again every time he switched it. That's it. And also, you don't actually need to do the secret boss. You can just kind of grind it out, but if you're too lazy to grind out this 100,000, yeah, you can just do the secret boss and it will drop you it. And that's what I did just now. And I have my Aizen right here. I just need to evolve them once, and yeah, there you go. So I have every new unit from this update evolved as well. Perfect. Skill tree, and yeah, alright. Let's finally do a showcase on the big unit. And I have also, what's it called? Reroll all of the trait as well on them. And I actually got multiple glitch as well, if you didn't believe. So yeah, I'm actually kind of hyped because my glitch era is kind of back. Alright, let's do the showcase. Before I continue with the video, I would like to just mention that only 1.1% of everyone watching subscribe to the channel. So if you want to support the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. So the big unit, let's do Aizen first, because he seemed like the duo unit. I want to see how different he is compared to his boosted version. Wait, I don't have enough money. Anyway, never mind, let's just do her first, since I can immediately place her down and turn on the, what's it called again? The animation. So, oh, she has a circle. Okay, let's move her up front then. So on placement, she will deal 3.6k million at 3.6 million damage, 25 range, and almost 5-second SPA. She is a fire magical unit with glitch, glorious, and no skill tree. And her first passive is going to be Heavy Striker, which will make it so that every time she attacks an enemy with detonation, she will deal her damage plus the remaining detonation damage instantly after 8 upgrade. Applies detonation on hit naturally. Okay. And then when an enemy enters 50% of her range, enemy will walk backward for 5 seconds, and then after 5 seconds, apply Daze. That's actually really good. Daze is one of the best passive in the entire game. Or not just passive, but it's like effect. So a new attack is going to be a bigger line AoE. And then I don't have no more money. Come on game, give me money. So far, she seemed like a support unit. Her SPA is really fast though, that's one thing. Okay, and she's going to have a new attack after this as well. Piercing Hornet, which will make it so that she's a circle AoE now. And she also deal detonation now, which is really nice. Because it kind of on par with her passive Heavy Striker. And she will also gain a new ability lastly on max upgrade called Jakuho Raikoben, and then she will max her stat at around 320 million damage, 79 range, 3.5 second SPA, which is really fast, and also around the crit rate doesn't really matter. From the looks of it, she seems kind of decent. I wouldn't say meta, but she's good. That's one thing. And then for her passive, deal 50 times of the current damage, inflict detonation and unstable, and then this nuke deals only 20% damage to bosses and mini bosses. Okay, so this character sucks then. Never mind. This character is kind of doo-doo overall. I wouldn't really recommend getting her. Only get her for like the quests or like the bulletin board. Besides that, don't really reroll on her. I'm fine with getting glitch on her because I got it in like 10 try. Alright. Let's do Shenji next. So this is Shenji. He is going to be a light magical again. From the looks of it, everyone is almost light. I mean not light, magical except Aizen. 4.14 million damage, 30 range, and 3.5 second SPA again. Same with glitch and glorious and no skill tree as well. for passive, he's going to have 3 on placement. The first one is called Collapse, which will make it so that every 33 seconds, he will inflict one of the following effect to all enemies, which is the first one, walk enemies back for 6 seconds, stunning the enemies for 10 seconds, and also slow enemy for 18 seconds. And after this passive has been activated 5 times, unlock the upside down, which is this one, which will make it so that every 99 seconds for 33 seconds, all enemies take 20% more damage from all bleed type DOT. Enemies under a bleed type DOT are inflicted with stun, and then apply shred and expose, and also slow all enemies. All slow effects are 15% more powerful. And lastly, his last passive, it's going to be flower protection. When an enemy is under a slow or a stun effect is in Shenji flip range, the enemy cannot be debuff or stun. The enemy cannot stun or debuff Shenji, and damage dealt to this enemy is reflected to nearby enemies for 5% of the total damage. He seems like a really good, what's it called again? A really good support. Yeah, it's pretty good for a support unit. And a circle AoE, kind of do damage, but that's fine. Since he's a support unit. And expose right here, which is a really good passive as well, and all enemies receive 25% more damage, which is kind of nuts. Oh, good damage. That's really, wow, never mind, that is really good damage. 1 billion damage, 3-second SPA. Okay, this guy is good. He's definitely better than Sofun though. And then for his ability, Reverse Evil, upon activation, plus 50% range for Shenji, and then he will also buff the range of all units in his range by 20%, and every attack has a 10% chance to stun an ally for 2 seconds, and Shenji is immune. When an ally is stunned in range, Shenji will follow up that ally's attack for 100% of their damage. Okay, and then Collapse is buff 9-second walk back, 14% stun, and 25% slow. Okay, it's a really good what's it called again, support. I'm kind of surprised. So far I'm kind of impressed by the unit a little bit. And Uryu is actually a heal unit. Okay, so Uryu is going to be a light magical with avatar, and he's also going to be what's it called again, heal unit. And he will also deal anti-magic. There you go, finally a new character with anti-magic, because currently only Asta has one, but now Uryu has one as well, which is very nice. The first passive is called Grits. Every 75 seconds, trap all enemies in 30% of this unit range for 10 seconds, and then after it ends, apply pressure to all trapped enemies. And then weapon rotation, every 100 seconds, rotate weapon between sword and bow. For sword, it will increase his damage and crit damage. For bow, it will decrease his SPA, increase his range, and increase his crit chance. Okay, pretty good passive. Anti-magic as well for his attack effect, which is very nice. Alright, let's start upgrading him. Pretty good damage. Oh wow, yeah, that's really good damage. And then Arrow Barrage, deal 3 trillion damage to the strongest enemies on the field, and once the enemy is hit with the nuke, enemies within 15% of the radius deal 1 trillion damage. Okay, he seems like another pretty good character. Really good damage though. Imagine this with Glitch and Glorious. That's like insane damage. Good range, kinda doo-doo range, not gonna lie. Even in bow form still, but you know, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next character, which is one of the main one, which is going to be Aizen. Alright, Aizen. So, he has anti-magic as well. Okay, that's big. So, Aizen, dark, physical, Glitch, Glorious, and max skill tree on crit chance. 9 million damage, 37 range, and 3.3 second SPA. And then his passive is going to be 2 of them on placement. The first one is called Transcendence. When an enemy enters 60% of this unit range, apply a stacking 1% slow the closer enemies are to this unit, up to 30%. And increase damage enemies take by 1% the enemy closer are to this unit, up to 50%. Okay, that's really good. It's already an insane support. Increase Eisen Transcendence range by 1% the closer enemies are to this unit, up to 60% range. Okay, that's nuts. The second passive is called Perfection. Upon placement, start a 250-second timer. After the timer finish, unlock this passive. Only on hit, apply 1 confusion stack to the enemies. For each stack, enemies take 2.5 seconds more damage from Eisen Transcendence, up to 50%. So it's kind of like a boss killer. And at 20 stacks, when the enemies enter Eisen's closest possible range, it will stun them for 15 seconds. Okay. Let's start upgrading. He is line AoE currently. Good range. Diverted Toxin, which is going to be a circle AoE. Pretty decent damage. He's kind of expensive though. False Illusion, which is full AoE. There you go. And he will also have the Daze as his attack effect. That's kind of nuts actually. Having Daze and Anti-Magic as an attack effect. 2 billion damage and also 9 second SPA. That's pretty good. And then 2.5 billion damage, around 80 range without the buff, 65 range without the buff, and then also 9 second SPA. And he will also have an ability called Reality Shatter. Upon activation, you will need to choose between Reversal or Force. Reversal will force all enemies to walk back for 10 seconds, and every 500 total confusion stack applied by Eisen at plus 5 second walk back. And then also for Force, pull all enemies to the closest possible position to Eisen and time stop them for 40 seconds. Okay. He seems like a pretty good unit. It's just that you kind of need to, max him out though. That's the problem. Really good damage, good range, good kind of decent SPA. But he deal Daze and Anti-Magic, which is kind of nuts. Alright. Oh, for price, I forgot to check. How much does each character cost to max out? Let's actually check. So for Eisen, not that, sorry, this one. So for Eisen, he will cost 1.31 million damage to max out. For Shenji, he will cost 635,000. For Sofun, 800,000. And then for Uryu, it's going to be 700,000. Alright. So let's showcase, finally, Ulquiorra. Finally. On placement, like 16 million damage, 33 range, and 5 second SPA. Glitch and Glorious with all halfway crit chance, skill tree, and he will also be nature, magical, and he will also gain an ability on placement. The ability will, upon activation, remove all feather from enemies, deal 15% of this unit damage per feather applied, cap at 75%. If enemy had 3 or more feather, stun for 3 seconds. That's the ability. For the first passive is going to be Demonic Feather. Every attack he will apply 1 feather to the enemy, which will cap at 5, and if the enemy dies with the feather attached, gain damage per feather for 30 seconds. Okay. And then the second passive is called Lance Thunder. Every 30 seconds, he will target the strongest enemies, apply Electrified in medium circle centered on that enemy. Feather Synergy, increase this attack damage by 10% per feather on the target, which will cap at 30. Okay. So we put this ability on auto ability. So let's start upgrading him. Already 100 million damage. Full AoE on upgrade 4. That's kind of nuts though. Wow. nullifying explosion, more full AoE, good range, good damage as well, and for his current price, really cheap, 300,000. Another full AoE character, 80 range and 7.5 second SPA. Rent to nothingness. Upon activation, for every feather applied to an enemy, the enemy take 5 trillion more damage. Cap F. Oh, that's really big. So it's basically a boss killer. 25 trillion damage nuke. Gain 50% more damage if the enemy doesn't die. Apply stacking slow, and then once the 80% is reached, the slow remains for 60 seconds. Okay, Aizen and Ulquiorra seems like a really similar unit though. That's kind of interesting. They're both full AoE, high hitting, decent range, but slow attacking unit. Oh, he has a new. Oh yeah, this is his ability earlier. Yeah, their damage is kind of similar. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let's restart the game. Restart because there's one more unit that I need to showcase, and I forgot his name. He's an avatar. I have him with avatar. I forgot his name though. What is his name? His name is what is his name? What is his name? I seriously forgot his name. There's one more character. Who is it, man? I forgot. Gosh darn it. Or maybe is that all? Let me check. Character, game news. No, sneak. Is it sneak or update log? Update log, okay. I forgot which character. Oh, Renji. Reiji. There you go, Reiji. I just realized. Alright. Finally, the last character, Raijo Trukai. He's going to be a fire, physical, and a hybrid as well. And due to range on placement, but I'm not surprised. So 2.5 million damage, 24 range, and 3.7 second SPA. And for passive, every 150 seconds, switch mode between Orochio and Hihio. For Orochio, it will basically make his SPA faster and more range. For Hihio, more damage and a little bit more range. And yeah, for Orochio, every 5 attack reduce SPA by an additional 50%, plus 10% crit chance on every crit, follow up with an extra hit that deals 50% of Raijo damage, and blah 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 blah. For Hihio, every 5 attack, next attack deal 2.5 times more damage, and if it does not crit, instantly apply dismantle. Reconstruction, when stunned, cleanse stun and apply minus 50% damage for the original stun duration. Deal tick damage equal to 50% of the damage every second, and then after the debuff end, apply bleed. And okay, so let's start upgrading. Yeah, this guy is full AoE. That's not bad. Full AoE, that's not that bad. He doesn't have an attack effect though. It's kind of sad. Like he doesn't have his main attack effect. Bro, we need a little bit more money. Yeah, bro, we need a lot more money. There you go. Ah, we need more. So 505 million damage, 53 range, and 7 second SPA. He's not bad, but he's definitely not the worst character. Nah, he's the worst character from this update, not gonna lie. He just kinda don't do anything. Look at this. I mean, he does stun a little bit and also like bleed and rupture and dismantle as well. But just like that's only when his passive activated. Alright, so his ability is going to be Higazeko. Upon activation, he will stop attacking for 100 seconds, and during this duration, he will deal tick damage equal to 50% of his damage. For 2 seconds, if the tick crit, apply a bleed type dot in order, which is bleed, hemorrhage, mutilate, dismantle, and rupture. After that, apply a permanent cripple to all enemies in range, and enemies in range will take 25% more damage from Raijo only permanently. Okay, yeah. This guy is kind of like, this guy's the worst character from the update. I mean, like, I'm not surprised because he's from the raid. So yeah, it's kind of like forgettable. Like, even Yamamoto boosted is better than this guy. Finally, update done. That's all for this update. And after this video, I'm gonna try putting up a new video talking about my opinion and which character you should get. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.